Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast.
Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me.
By taking the key, you set the apocalypse in motion.
No one is safe!
This is the first of many catastrophes you're doing!
Mr. Beast, 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 and Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Beast, Mr. 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 Beast. Come on, bruh. Mr. Beast, 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 Mr. Beast. Oh wait, I'm not pressing it. Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. You know?
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, this is Brian's time to shine.
Yeah.
And we're still talking about it being just like football because it's not.
You know, it might be.
I don't know if we're still on live right now, guys.
Here goes Gum's foot.
Here's Gum's
That
first
is
throw.
not the ball.
Oh.
All right. I just want to say that. Like, am I still on live right now?
Yes.
It's nothing like football.
That's a good reminder,
Play
Spice.
on grass.
We are live here in the foam
Live.
zone. Live. Reminder.
We play on turf.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Don't
live
play
live.
on a slippery
Facebook,
surface.
Twitch, YouTube, triple streaming
We should make it
across
foam.
the internet.
Hashtag make it fun.
Great point, Spice. We should make it foam. By the way, we're also wondering which paddle wants to be activated. Hashtag left or hashtag right. Weigh in right now.
In case you weren't busy enough over there, GG's, we've got a hashtag make it foam going on.
Now, if you are looking
you can
at
fill up the meter.
the foam zone right now, you see Brian right there.
That's right, gentlemen.
Is left.
Yes.
The other side
See,
is
Doc?
right.
Remember, there are two
Just wanna let
teams
you
left.
know.
We have the Hot Dog Arms and the Rotinis. Only 2 teams left in this final round of 4th and inches.
Yeah.
I personally am embarrassed at how badly Gum threw that last tube.
Actually,
Let's
it
see
looked
if
pretty
he can
good.
do
It's
better.
pretty good.
On
strategy.
the whistle.
Spice liked it.
I did.
Spice doesn't know anything.
Wow.
Wow. That is
Bold
harsh
words for a
words.
seat on.
Yeah.
I'm about to come out of this booth in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay,
Keep
Brian.
up with the disrespect.
Oh,
a
there's some
show of
sportsmanship going on.
Who is that?
That's Grandpa.
Who's involved there? Yeah, Grandpa,
Grandpa
Power.
Power.
Everybody loves him.
Hot
Nobody
dog
wants to
arms.
say goodbye.
And I think that was
Who helped him out?
Banana Hands.
Good. Lending a banana hand,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah. Just like a banana.
We have our last
Just like a
team
banana
up.
hand.
Our last team up is the Rotinis. This will conclude 4th and inches. Let's see how Gum can screw this one up.
Look at the brute strength of Gum.
Yeah. Look at those arms.
Look at the menacing eyes. He's just staring at Brian.
You can't work out and get those arms. You got to be born with those gum arms.
Gentlemen,
What
is Gum chewing gum?
Ironically, I think Gum is chewing gum. Not sure if that's cannibalism or not, but Gum apparently is chewing gum while he just made that throw. Now we got a big traffic
Make
jam.
it fun! It's not really going to affect the game. We should have made it fun like earlier.
Unfortunately,
It looks pretty,
It
doesn't
does
it?
look
Make
good.
foam
The forecast
flurries.
called for foam flurries, and there they are. But the game, I believe, is over. Brian, what's our scoring down there on the field?
Absolutely. Well, it is a dead heat at the first place. Let me get some foam, gentlemen, and measure it out. So we have the Jalupas right here.
Chalupa.
We have the Stallions right here.
Brian, stop. Stop what you're doing right now. We got a poll up right now. And this
What?
could affect everything. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, you leave it up to Brian and, you know.
Yeah, the poll.
Hold your flipper, Sea Donkey. Hold your flipper.
We ought to pin the tail of the sea donkey right now because hashtag yes or hashtag no. Send the nickel package. Right now, there's 35 seconds left.
I see you out there, quiet 2%.
Now, I don't know if you understand what's
Right.
going to happen. If the nickel package gets sent, that means complete and utter chaos will be released into the field. And that
Correct.
could affect the whole scoring and the whole rest of the game in the foam zone. Brian, right now is 20 seconds left. It's 97% for yes.
Keep in mind, Smashelberger, if indeed he does get released again, has a bit of a grudge against, I would imagine, the Chalufas at this point.
Good call,
he was
Rex.
made a fool,
Yeah.
and fool him once, he will not be ever again
Right.
unto
That was very
the day
eloquent.
Well
very
said.
eloquent.
Yes.
rest.
Really ran out of steam there at the end, but yes.
Well-
agreed. And the poll
They
is
have
over.
voted.
Hashtag yes has won. The nickel package has been released. This is huge.
Here goes.
Smashelberger is walking down the length of the football field.
He
I
looks
got to
upset.
tell you, I had a time to look into his eyes. He is angry. He is out for revenge. Right here is the team that thwarted Smashelberger's last nickel package. Let's see if he decides to help any other team or
Oh,
just
what
go
is
straight
this?
for revenge.
All
What's
the
going on?
Guardians are coming over right
Sea
now.
Donkey, tell us what's going on down there.
I don't know what's going on. We have all of the Guardians. They seem to be lining up sort of toboggan style. All 3 of them are going to generate the power of the sun to throw the nickel package
This is
into
unreal.
the field of
I've
play.
never seen this before.
We might not have any competitors
This
left.
is
It could be-
unreal.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, my goodness!
What
Foam zone
is
is
this?
oh.
Who's firing that? What is that?
There was some
What?
foam zone guardian, an extra guardian that was throwing liquid onto
Did he
the
throw up?
field. It appears to be super slick right now.
It looks
And
like
the
gum got
Guardians,
Gum
nailed.
is affected.
the Guardians, they are shaking it up. And it appears to
Smashburger
have
is
done
infected.
There's some
more
concern in the
harm
chat
than
rooms that it's
good.
gasoline. It is not.
Is it gasoline?
It's not.
Okay, it is not gasoline.
It is not gasoline.
Okay,
Let's get the
that's a
nickel
good thing.
package
That's a good
going.
thing. Okay, here we go. This is the chaos. All three of them thrown in, and it
Oh.
really didn't do much
Good
at
job,
all.
Guardians.
Wow. I don't know who threw that green stuff in, but it really threw the Guardians' game off. They seem to be still shaken up from it. And
Good job, Guardians.
Yeah.
To be or not to be?
Better luck
That
next
is
time.
the tube question.
All right, so now we are going to start some scoring and laying it out. It is very close here.
Yeah.
We've got the Jalufas.
Yeah.
We've got the Stallions. We've got Selwich here as well.
This is the final round. This scoring will be the ultimate decider of who wins this competition.
Now, if you were a leader going
Sit
into
tight.
this,
Sit tight,
you want to
Selwich.
lock it
Well,
up.
Selwich has now tried to move himself ahead of the line. Oh, that was Grandpa Power, actually.
Whoa.
I am not going to penalize Selwich. I believe Grandpa Power. He's trying to plead his case, but just like a young person, I'm ignoring exactly what the elderly person has to say, and
grew
I'm
up in a
going on
different
about my
time.
business.
Different time.
Different rules.
Different era.
Where he comes from, when he comes from.
It is not a dime. It is a nickel.
Gentlemen, I'm calling it. Selwich is actually in the first place right here. Selwich gets 6 points.
That's huge.
Selwich gets 6 points.
That is huge.
Oh, that is big.
Yeah, that moves them to third place, up from sixth place with 14 points.
Right at the edge, it's the Jalufas. The Jalufas
There
are in
they
second
are.
place, who gets 5 points, which means the Stallions, they get 4.
That's
They
huge.
get 4.
Whoa.
Again, it's neck and neck here.
Stallions.
But it's
Wow.
the Rotinis. The Rotinis get 3, which means Hot Dog Arms
great.
get 2.
I
And
don't
the
know if that's
Banana
enough.
Hands gets 1 point here. 1 point for the finale of 4th and Inches.
Okay, thank you very much, Brian. We're tallying up the scores here. I believe we have the abacus tallying up everything that's going on.
Abacus.
One more time. What is it?
Yeah, abacus.
You say abacus, I say abacus. We all say potato.
It's it's one of those words you can pronounce any way you want. We had a lot of drama there at the end there, Spice.
Yeah.
A lot of changing. I think the leaderboard is still changing right now as we tallying up these scores. Jalufas and Stallions played a little do-si-do with 1 and 2. Selwich went from the cellar dwellers that they were all the way up, vaulting up to third place. Rotinis, who I got to say, I worried about. They struggled. They played kind of a safe game,
Yeah.
and they ended right down the middle. Now that poll
There's
is
a
a
graphic over.
that's an unfortunate
the leaderboard.
placement of the graphic right
Digital
now.
is. Anything we can do about that?
Yes.
Thank you. Our digital squad in our digital world are working on that.
Best in the business. Thank you, Digital Liz. Banana Hands,
Now we're
fifth place.
seeing some replays here. That's Grandpa Power making his initial run, if you'll remember.
Yeah.
Very foamy.
Right into his zip.
Lots of joy. Classic Grandpa. Stiff legs up and over.
Yeah.
Just the way we'll always remember him.
You know, I gotta love Grandpa Power because he's really got a flair, a style. You can
Correct.
tell
Yeah.
who he is without even knowing the name in the back.
I think he used to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, with
And
those
when I say
old-timey
back
body-
in the day,
Yeah,
that's right.
I mean like 10 years ago.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
he's not very old. I mean, he doesn't look old.
No,
He
he
looks
doesn't.
great.
No, he looks in great shape.
looks great.
I wish I was in the shape he's in.
Yeah.
We have, and then of course, unfortunately, we got Hot Dog Arms. That is Grandpa Power. They're right now in last place.
Look at Brian over here. Like, look at him. It's
Yeah.
not
First down.
First down?
Yeah.
Like, it's not football, man. Like, what is
Yeah,
he
but it
doing?
is exactly like
It's
football.
not, Rex.
Right.
Hush your mouth.
Right, but like is not the same as, so it's
Right.
exactly like football. I think
Right.
that makes a lot of
It
sense.
is the same as football.
Okay, yeah. Oh, look at this! This is when Helfelstein went down in a pile of foam.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, it didn't look too good for Helferstein.
Let's see another angle here.
Oh,
Slow
oh.
motion. Whoa, legs cut under him and bam!
Yeah.
Wow.
Helferstein's look kind of knock-kneed a little bit.
Yeah, I think he should have bent
Looks
his
like
legs
his-
a little bit there. Ooh,
Yeah.
that looks like it
Or
really
maybe his
stung.
knees buckled when he saw him. I don't know.
Yikes! And then here,
And this is before the throw up, right? Before
Yeah.
he got threw up on right
I
here.
think this was the leg battle where
yeah.
the nickel package ran into
no, momentarily.
Jalufa.
No, this is the. This is the first nickel
I
package.
must say, Yeah, the
which
nickel
ended up
package
helping Rotini's, I believe.
It's kind of worthless.
Right. Yeah.
about to
Especially
say
the
that.
last one, Spice. You'd expect.
I had
more-
high hopes.
You'd expect more from all of the Guardians pushing, but
Right.
it turns out it didn't work out that way.
I believe Sea Donkey said something like
Yeah.
it was the power of the sun.
Right.
If that's the power of the sun, then I want no parts of it.
Then we're freezing cold over here. Yeah.
Now, of course, the hardest part of the zone
Yeah.
is once again circling like a buzzard over our head. We will have to say goodbye to what we affectionately call the losers, and that is coming as soon as the numbers are finalized and the deals are dug. We will kick it down to the Sea Donkey.
Right now,
Very somber times.
we are receiving the numbers back from our accounting agency. They have been calculated. They have been abacused. They have been crunched, and we have the final tallies. And unfortunately, for one team, this is the end of the film zone for them.
All right, gentlemen, unfortunately, I am here with the three teams that did not score the highest amount of points in 4th and inches. So unfortunately, we must say goodbye to the three of you. So, sir, if you could hold the microphone just like that right here.
Wow.
You have your key.
This is heartbreaking.
Rotini. Oh, very appropriate. The key to your destiny lies elsewhere. Sir, would you hold this? Banana hands. The key to your destiny lies elsewhere.
A hand and a banana
And hot dog arms.
into the rubbish
The key to your
from whence
destiny
you came. Uh-oh. His flippers can't get a grip.
lies elsewhere.
Oh,
So you were all very tough, very game competitors. I don't want to say goodbye, but how do you feel right now? What's going through your mind?
I'm incredibly sad.
Whoa. Hang on, guys. Whoa.
Succinct and
Vaughn,
to the
is that-
point.
Von Miller is
Vaughn's
speaking.
here. Vaughn's here.
We're just going to say goodbye right now.
Sea Donkey, be quiet.
What?
Vaughn is talking.
This is crazy. What's happening up there?
We're trying to make nickels and dimes of it right now. He's trying to say something. Dylan, can you make it out?
I speak a little Von Miller, and I think he was saying something, but his giant statue-esque head was difficult to make out what he was saying.
What is it, Vaughn? Help us understand. I guess maybe it's nothing. I don't know.
There he is.
Oh.
He's speaking again.
No.
His eyes are red. The mouth is moving. The words are. I think. Oh wait! I think I. Oh wait! I felt the vibrations from his stony. What was the vibrations? I think Von Miller wants to resurrect a team, Brian.
What?
Yes.
What? Von Miller wants to resurrect a team?
Yes.
Not all of these teams are going home?
Correct.
Oh,
yeah, I think
my.
Who's
that's
going to
what's going on.
decide? How are they going to decide?
Well, I think it's a complicated process that we don't really understand, but it has to do with magic, mystery, and I think a bit
foam.
of foam. Definitely
A
foam.
good scoop of foam will be
The
involved.
internet is going to decide. Miller has left it up. I think it's